あんた本当にバカですね。
Christmas, Progress Barians, and welcome back to this series where I talk about the latest updates of Progress Bar 95. I reused the same intro from the last videos. Anyways, it's Christmas. I turned the screen here into a Christmas theme one, all winter and jolly and stuff. But that's not what's important, because guess what? There's a new update. It's the 1.09 update, which is also called the winter update because it's winter. There's also the last update for the game this year, so yeah, 2026 is coming pretty soon. Who knows what 2026 could bring for the game? I don't know. I have to wait and see in the future. But anyways, the update is out. As I'm recording this video, it's only out on Steam and Android. Still hasn't released on Merry Christmas, Progress Barians, and welcome back to this series where I talk about the latest updates of Progress Bar 95. I reused the same intro from the last videos. Anyways, it's Christmas. I turned the screen here into a Christmas theme one, all winter and jolly and stuff. But that's not what's important, because guess what? There's a new update. It's the 1.09 update, which is also called the winter update because it's winter. There's also the last update for the game this year, so yeah, 2026 is coming pretty soon. Who knows what 2026 could bring for the game? I don't know. I have to wait and see in the future. But anyways, the update is out. As I'm recording this video, it's only out on Steam and Android. Still hasn't released on iOS yet, but I think it's going to take a while for it to come out on Apple devices because Apple takes a long time to approve it. So, and speaking of Apple devices, the macOS version has gotten an update since the 1.04 update. And that came out a year ago. So, I guess likewise just forgot. I don't know how many people play Progress 195 on macOS. But anyways, let's go take a look at the changelog here, which says, this update includes various improvements. Key changes include, provides a new bonus minigame, which is file copying, a new mechanic for Bar OS, segment shooting, provides a new assets, new websites for the ProgressNet, and bug fixing and tuning. And that's all it says. So, I'm not going to waste any of your time. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it.
So to start things off, as I always do, I'm going to be talking about the least important features and changes of this update first, and then move on to the more interesting stuff. So to start off, I'm going to be talking about bite shooting, which is only a thing in Bar OS. So I'm going to go to Bar OS 15, for example. So, hello, happy to see you. I love you. Clean me, okay. Well, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see you too, Ben. By the way, for the entirety of December, you get to have little Christmas decorations throughout the game. So, for example, Ben is wearing a little Christmas hat, which is nice. Today's my day. Is it? Hold on, let me check. Oh, it is your day. That's nice. And also, it's supposed to be like a unique winter wallpaper that it gives you, but it's not showing up here in Bar OS 15 because I have the animated wallpapers option enabled. So I'm gonna go to an older Bar OS system for this one. I'm gonna do Bar OS 10 just because it just looks cool. So there it is. There's that's one of the winter wallpapers that you get. So yeah, it looks cool. If you want to see what the other winter wallpapers looks like, this is a winter wallpaper which you can see on Progress Bar 95 to Progress Bar Nebbar, I think, which is my second favorite one out of all of these. This is what it looks like on Progress Bar 10 to Progress Bar 12 with the Progress Bar 95 logo on it. And finally, here's the Bar OS 9 winter wallpaper, which is my favorite one out of all of these. So yeah. And also, again, for the entirety of December, it will give you a holiday bonus, which gives you 250 bonus points, which you'll see eventually. But anyways, the bite shooting thing. So yeah, you can do this on any Bar OS system. So yeah, you can just boot up any of these casual, regular, high end, and yeah, just wait to this will be just wait for a show up. There we go. So yeah, if you shoot a segment at a pop up, this cool thing will happen. Look at that. And if you shoot it a couple times, it'll go away eventually, like that. There's also a percentage in the title bar. So yeah, if you shoot any segment at a pop-up, then it will just do that thing. And after you shoot it a couple times, it closes, just like that. But if you shoot it with a red segment, let's say, this happens. It just goes away immediately. I got a boost unit death. I got a boost unit death because the red segment went into the progress bar. But anyways, yeah, that's basically it. That's the bite shooting thing. It's not really new. It's been here in the last couple of updates, but back then you could only shoot it with red segments only. So now you can shoot it with any segment, just like this. And then again, after you shoot a couple of times, it goes away, just like this. There we go. I don't know if you can do it with the cat horse pop-ups. That'd be really funny if you could. No, you can. Oh, let me try shooting a progress pop-up. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Okay, it does work for the progress pop-ups as well. What about you? Do you work? Okay, yeah, you do. Okay. So yeah, you can shoot only the annoying pop-ups and the progress pop-ups, but you cannot shoot the cat horse pop-ups, obviously, because the cat horses are harmless in here and just gives you points. So yeah, that's the bite shooting change. It's not a feature. It's been here for a couple of updates. But yeah, that's it for Bar OS. That's the only change that Bar OS gets. So now we're moving on to the Progress Bar related stuff. So yeah, to start things off, I'm gonna be talking about the Progress Net. That's right, there are new websites in the Progress Net. Oh, so yeah, there we go. There was supposed to be snowflakes falling over here, but it didn't show up in Bar OS 15 for some reason. I don't know why. Also, speaking of which, I think there's a little thing in the command prompt here. Yeah. There's this no text file when you go to the command prompt, progress DOS, progress CMD, whatever it's called. So yeah, when you open the text file, it just gives you a bunch of asterisks, which is supposed to look like snowflakes. But anyways, back on topic, the browser, the ProgressNet thing. Again, as I mentioned, there are new websites in here. So to start things off, I'm going to be talking about a website that's only on the mobile version, which is called the new beta website, which is basically a changelog that tells you the latest features and changes on a beta update. And there's also a little step-by-step guide that teaches you how to become a beta tester. Obviously, this is only available on the mobile version because, as you already know, you can only get beta updates of this game on the Google Play Store. So here's a screenshot of what the website looks like. And that's it for that. And now we're moving on to another website, which is the 9S Graphics website, which looks like this. It's taking a long time to load. There we go. If you don't know what 9S Graphics is, it's based on S3 Graphics, which is a company that makes GPUs and stuff like that. So yeah, now we have a fourth GPU website in this game. The other ones were, I think, NVIDIA and AT Tech. I think I'm missing one more, but I'm not sure. But anyways, you got the logo up top here. You got text that says speed, speed, speed. There's this list which shows the GPUs that 9S Graphics made. Like, for example, the 9S non-array 3D, the 9S non-array 64x4, 9S non-array 64x4 V2. It's called a non-array because, well, 9, then 9S Graphics. And also the 9S in the logo here looks like the number 95. The number 95 seems to be like mostly everywhere. You'll get what I mean later eventually. So there's this image of the 9S Graphics GPU with this text that's overlaying the image for some reason. I don't know why. And then there's this buy hardware hyperlink, which again redirects to the PV website. There's nothing in here, and that's because I already have all the latest hardware. That's why it's not showing anything here. So yeah, that's the 9S Graphics website. Similar to most websites in the Progress Net, the appearance of the websites change depending on what year it is. So there are 3 eras of the Progress Net. The first one is from the late 1990s to the early 2000s. The second era is the early 2000s to the early 2010s. And the third era, which is from the mid 2010s to the present day. Right now, we're in the first era. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like on the second era. I'm going to go to Progress Recipe for this one because that's where the second era of Progress Net starts. And there's also, this is one of the other winter wallpapers that you see throughout the game. So yeah, it looks like the default Progress XP wallpaper, but there's snow because it's winter. But anyways, this is what the second era looks like, which already looks much cooler. Top text here, now it says premium graphics accelerators. And the list here now contains new GPUs, like for example, 9S Sage 3D-WX, the 9S Sage 2009S, etc., etc. There's a Twist chipset badge in the bottom right here, and that's about it. And now we're moving on to the third era, which looks like this. It's a lot more modernized, obviously. The GPU list has changed again to include things like 9S Sage 2010, 9S Sage 11/22 PBX, etc., etc. The GPU looks a lot more different compared to the first two. And there's another badge next to the Twist chipset, which is the AI Gimmick badge. And along with that, the top text has changed to premium graphics and AI accelerators. So yeah, similar to other GPU websites, this one also has mentions of AI because companies just really love shoving AI into our faces for some reason. So yeah, this game likes to poke fun at AI a lot, which is completely fair. And similar to that topic, there's a new game mechanic on Progress Part 12 once you unlock that system, which is called Stupid AI, which is a whole dedicated video about Progress Part 12 and Stupid AI. So you want to go check it out, just go look at the 1.06 update video on my channel. And that's it. That's the 9S Graphics website. There's not much to say because the layout is pretty much the same as the other GPU websites. Like for example, the NVD website, which looks like this. Oh, Jesus Christ, there's so much shit on my face. So yeah, here's the NVD website, for example. And here's the AT Tech website. So yeah, it has the same layout as the other websites. So yeah, that's the 9S Graphics website again. And now we're moving on to the more important stuff. So now we're talking about that minigame that the changelog mentioned, the file copying minigame. So as the changelog mentioned, there's a new minigame in here. This is the second one. The first one was the disk writing minigame, which was added in the last update, 1.08. Again, you can go check that out if you want to. To play the minigame, you have to wait and play a couple of levels until it shows up. So it's not going to show up right now. It just gives me the Matrix game mode instead. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the holiday bonus that I was talking about earlier. There you go, 250 bonus points. Oh yeah, right. I forgot to mention, one of the wallpapers in Progress Bar XP has been completely redesigned, which is this one right here. And this is what it looks like now, which is a windmill on a hill. The old version of this wallpaper looked like a bunch of leaves in it. So yeah, now it's been replaced by this windmill. So yeah, rest in peace to the old one, is what I would say if custom wallpapers, you know, you just go grab the old image from the wiki and just set that as your custom wallpaper on mobile. You can't do it on the PC version as well, but the only way you can do it as of right now is to replace one of the wallpaper images in the game's files to a different one. So yeah, this one I think looks better than the previous one. I don't think the old version was terrible. I think it's good as well, but I don't know, something about it that I just like more. Also, dear God, I have a lot of mail. You got mail, yeah, a lot of it. There's so many mail messages from my boss.
You've got mail.
Go away, boss. I'm doing something important. Anyways, back on topic, the file copy minigame. Again, and not show up here. Just gives me this game mode. Okay, it should show up now. Oh, there we go. So this is the start of the file copy minigame, which the game asks you if you want to open a mysterious floppy disk. Clicking on no will just take you back to the game modes window, but, you know, you want to see what happens, don't you? So, let's go! So yeah, if you click yes, this window opens, which asks you to select files to copy to your desktop. So there are 5 files that are listed here, so starting at the top and bottom. We got a cheats text file, a PDFG-log text file, bonus exe file, readme text file, and a wallpap.wp file. Wallpap just means wallpaper, by the way, if you didn't know. Also, fun fact, WP is an actual existing extension, although it has nothing to do with images or wallpapers. So yeah, you can select which one's copied. You can select 1, 2, 3, or all of them. Yeah, that's why I have this button here for easier access. Then you click the copy button, and then it takes you to the minigame. And right off the bat, the progress bar looks very different. Now it looks like a file transfer dialog box. There's a little icons of the floppy disk in a folder here. There's also the speed and the estimated time left, which is constantly changing a lot. You have 5 years, 9 years, 7, 4, 10, 9, 4, 6. It's just constantly changing. So yeah, obviously your goal is to collect only blue segments in here. And once you collect the blue segment, which I have to wait because for some reason it's not showing up and the light blue segment is already gone. Anyways, if you collect the blue segment, a little animation here happens, which looks cool. Also, the speed increases when you collect a segment, and then it slowly starts, you know, decreasing all the way down to 0.1. So yeah, we're copying the cheats text file, and boom, there we go. There's the file